That's my cue. Good morning, everyone. Welcome into this day with Quimper Unitarian Universalist Fellowship. You are beloved and you're welcome here. Whether tears have fallen from your eyes this past week or gleeful laughter has spilled out of your smiling mouth, whether you're feeling brave or brokenhearted, defiant or defeated, fearsome or fearful, whether you have untold stories buried deep inside or stories that have been forced beyond the edges of comfort, whether you have made promises, broken promises, or are renewing your promises, whatever is on your heart, however it is with your soul in this moment, in this space of welcome and acceptance, commitment and recommitment, of covenant and connection, let us worship together. My name is Jessie Wild, and I'm a member of the board here at QUUF. As we gather, I acknowledge that the water, land, and shorelines here in Port Townsend are the traditional territory of the S'Klallam and the Chemakum peoples. We honor and acknowledge our indigenous members and neighbors and vow to help restore and sustain these homelands. If you're visiting today, I offer a special welcome and invite you to join us for refreshments and conversation in the fellowship hall, after the service. We have a newcomers table that's near the patio doors, where our greeters are ready to answer any questions you might have. Welcome to you all this morning. We're glad you're here. I have 3 announcements. Our lovely flower arrangement today was donated by Kirit Bansali in memory of his wife, Judith Bansali. Our holiday giving tree is ready. There are tags on the tree in the fellowship hall, as well as an online option for giving, accessed in our weekly update. Our guest minister, Reverend Denise Colley, told us that church is a verb. Opening our hearts to children and adults during the holiday season is one of the ways we do church together. This evening's AHA topic will be a presentation by Carrie Andrews, an advanced care planner and certified patient advocate. And Carrie will offer advice on navigating the non-secular healthcare system successfully. The potluck is at 5, discussion to follow at 5:30. All are welcome. Let us settle our minds and calm our hearts.
Good morning. Is anybody else in Charlie Brown world? The travelers had come a long way and still had a long way to go. Unable to come down off the donkey without her husband's assistance and the grace of a large stone, still she came down, one hand to her back, feeling the ache throughout her body. The child in her belly kicked and made her draw a quick breath. Leaning heavily on Joseph's arm, Mary picked her way along the path. Others on the road had told them that there they might find a spring with water so cold it would make their teeth ache. Here they might find a place of shelter, a place of calm where they could bed down for the night. Here we come to find a moment of refreshment and rest from our journeys. No matter where you are going on your journey, no matter if it is your choice to go or if you have left for faraway edict, no matter if you carry a burden or the deepest of joys, no matter how weary or thirsty you may be, pause here. Take a breath. Rest in peacefulness. Be renewed and be restored. For in a short while, we all know, the journey will continue with its worries and troubles, its joys and promise. But until then, let us be here and join together in worship. It is good to be together this day. As we light our chalice, I invite you to join me in saying the words projected on the screen. In this holiday season, may the darkness of winter be dispelled in the festival of lights, and may ignorance be dispelled in the strength of compassion and reason and sharing. Oh, is it another day of fussing? Oh, bless. We checked those. Those of you who were here last week will know that we had a little malfunction over on the Advent candles. There we are. Yay! Thank you. As we settle into colder days and longer nights, and look forward to the beginning of the return of light later this month, we've come to the time in our fellowship when we light a new candle each Sunday until Christmas Eve. The flame of each new candle reminds us of something that is happening now, but something more is still to come. The light of these candles grow brighter and brighter each Sunday, guiding us toward deeper faith, increased hope, shared joy, and more love. Last week, after a while, we lit the candle of faith. This morning, we will light our second candle, the candle of hope. I now invite Elise and Eleanor to come up to light the candle of hope.
We light this second candle for hope, for strength and courage, dreams and visions, for caterpillars and seeds, for new days and new ways, for all the things that help us choose to keep going and doing what we know to be right and true. We light this candle for hope.
Let's join in singing our first hymn. It's Come, Come, Whoever You Are. We're going to sing it in a round. I invite you to rise and body your spirit. And I'll turn it over to Doug to tell us what to do.
So we're going to do 4 parts like we did last week. So this section divides in half, number 1 and number 2, and then that section, number 3 and number 4. We're going to sing it all the way through together once, and then we'll start the round over here.
And we'll sing it twice.
Okay? And then we're going to sing the round twice, okay? And then when we end the round, you just keep singing the last phrase, okay? Come, come, whoever you are, wanderer, worshipper, lover of the evening. Ours is no caravan of despair. Come yet again, come. Come, come, whoever you are, wanderer,
Whoever you are, wanderer, worshiper, lover of the evening, ours is no caravan of despair. Wanderer, worshiper, lover of the evening, ours is no caravan of despair. Wanderer, yet again, lover of the evening, ours is no caravan of despair. Wanderer, worshipper, lover of the evening, ours is no caravan of despair. Come, yet again, come. Here I am, not remembering things. Lynn Unger, my colleague, wrote that song many, many years ago, and she left out one line, which I always come back to, that someone else wrote a little line for, and I know we've done it here before, but it's just important to know that part of that song also includes, though you've broken your vows 1,000 times, come, yet again, come. We'll sing it sometime. Music folks, is it okay for the kids to be right here? Okay, time for all ages. Y'all come on up. Children, childish people, childlike people, yay! We have anybody who wants to come up is welcome to come. I have a really fun story today. Oh, we have a fabulous ponytail, do we? Oh my gosh. Okay, a few more folks. Hi, y'all. So, why don't you come over here? Oh, you want to watch the pictures up there. Got it. Okay. Hi. Nice to see you. Thank you for sitting next to me. Nice to see all y'all. Okay, just harder to see the pictures on the page, but we'll get there. Now, this book, I'm reading a book today. It is way out of season. It's about going to the beach, right? People go to the beach during this time of year, right? Do you go to the beach, right? But this is like summertime beach. But it's about a dog named Suki, and Suki is a bit afraid of things. So we'll find out more about Suki as time goes by, but sometimes we get scared, sometimes things are hard, and I just really liked this story for how Suki comes through something that's hard and scary for her. Anybody been scared, done hard things? Anyone? A few people? Some of us? Yeah, good. Yeah, I'm there with you. Okay, so here it is. So it's called There Might Be Lobsters. You ready? All right, come on, Suki. You can do it. She stood at the bottom of the stairs to the beach and waved to Suki. But Suki was just a small dog, and the stairs were big and sandy, and she hadn't had lunch yet, and her foot hurt a little, and she might get a shell stuck up her nose, and she might tumble down on her head, and then she'd need stitches. And besides, maybe there might be lobsters. "Oh, all right," said Eleanor. She picked them both up with a tisk and a huff and carried them down the stairs. "Come on, Suki, you can do it," said Eleanor. She tossed a beach ball Suki's way. Now, I missed the monkey's name, but I'll say it soon enough. But Suki was just a small dog, and the beach ball was big and heavy, and it might hit her on her nose, and then it would pop, and it might be too loud, or it might knock her down, and she might never get up again, and she might have to live on the beach forever and eat seaweed to survive. And besides, beach balls attract lobsters. So Suki sat far away from the beach with Chunkamunka by her side. "Oh, Suki," Eleanor swooped that pup up with a tisk and a huff and cradled her in her arms. "Come on, Suki, you can do this." Eleanor stood at the water's edge and splashed a little splash at Suki. Think it's going to work? Anybody? But Suki was just a small dog. And those waves were big, and they were whooshy, and they were salty, and they were too wet, and they might toss her out into the middle of the sea, and she might float all the way to Tasmania or even Florida, and she might be swallowed by a whale, and she wasn't wearing a bathing suit. And besides, ready, there might be lobsters. So Suki sat at the edge of the water with Chunkamunka by her side. "Oh, Suki," said Eleanor. She shook her head and dove into the waves. Suki sat and watched beach balls bouncing and big boys running and umbrellas flapping and lifeguards blowing loud whistles and waves splish-splashing with Chunkamunka. With Chunkamunka, floating out to sea. Suki barked for Chunkamunka to come back, but Chunkamunka started to sink. "Oh, no. Oh, no." Good job. Suki started to paddle. She paddled past a big beachy ball, through a huge salty wave, and over something that might even be a lobster. Until she had Chunkamunka, he was safe. Suki had saved him. Woo! She felt braver than the bravest dog because even though she was very small, Chunkamunka was smaller. "Oh, Suki, I knew you could do it," said Eleanor. She picked them both up with a yay and a hooray and swung them very gently through the air. You ever been scared like that, guys? Suki sat in the sandy sand with the wavy waves and watched for lobsters with Chunkamunka by her side. And they didn't see one all day. That's our story for today. It's a reminder to us to be brave and a reminder to do some of the hard things that we have to do in life. And so I'd invite the folks on the aisle to make an arch, and let's sing our children out to their religious education classes.
Go now in peace, go now in peace. May the spirit of love surround you everywhere, everywhere you may go. Go now in peace, go now in peace. May the spirit of love surround you everywhere, everywhere you may go.
Good morning. I'm Sigrid Cummings. We pause now for a time of generosity and to receive the offering, which today goes to the Jefferson County Food Bank. The ushers will come among you to receive the offering, and additional ways for giving are projected on the wall.
So I just have to note, I listened to the Joyful Noise rehearse that before the service, and I'm like, where do I know that music from? Did anybody else have that experience? Right, where do I know that music from? What is that music from? Shrek 2. It is animated movie Sunday, apparently. So as I noted to someone, my family owns the entire opus of the Shrek movies and watch them occasionally, even though we no longer have a small child with us. That's probably more of a confession than I need to make. Anyhow, now you know where that music came from. And thank you, because it's such a beautiful waltz. We set aside time each week to light candles of joys and sorrows. We recognize that our personal joys and sorrows are only a small portion of the joys and sorrows in the larger community of life. And so we place our first stone today in recognition of the International Day of Persons with Disabilities. This day celebrates disability inclusion, which is essential for promoting the rights and dignity of people with disabilities. Efforts to promote disability rights acknowledge the barriers barriers people with disabilities encounter in accessing employment, housing, healthcare, and other opportunities. We had no joys and sorrows submitted by the congregation, so we'll place a final stone, holding in our hearts all the joys and sorrows I have shared, but also thinking of those many joys and sorrows among us that are unexpressed, but of no less importance. Thank you. Yes, ma'am. I invite you now into a few moments of quiet and reflection, time for stillness, for prayer, meditation, whatever is most your custom. If it's comfortable, I invite you to relax your shoulders, maybe close your eyes, take a few deep breaths. In the quiet of these moments, let us take a common breath, unclench, and open to each other and the Holy One we call by many names. We arrive in these moments bearing the whole of our lives. We bring with us the worries and troubles of our days, sometimes overwhelming, loss beyond words, pain and struggle known only in the deepest places in our hearts. Here in the quiet, joined with each other, may we release our hearts and release them from our hearts and find a moment of peace. We come to these moments with the freshness of love, the grace of small treasures, with hope and faith, knowing well the promise of the dawning day, even in the darkest nights. Here in the quiet, may we lift up our hearts in gratitude for the gifts of our lives, pausing now in thanksgiving. It is written that to everything there is a season, and in our hearts we know that it is true. As Earth spirals towards the solstice, let us open to the blessed darkness, praising renewal that comes as the light slowly returns. Let us pause together in stillness. So may it be. Amen. Did I miss something?
No, it's the reading of music now. Our reading this morning is Every Day by Denise Levertov. 3 men spoke to me today. One, bereaved, told me his grief, saying, had God abandoned him, or was there no God to abandon him? One, condemned, told me his epitaph, groomed to die. On death row, he remembers the underside of his grade school desk, air raid drill. He never expected to live, even this long. He sticks his head back down between his knees, not even sad. One, a young father, told me how he had needed his child even before she was conceived, how he had planted a garden too big to hoe. He told me about the small leaves near his window, how he had seen in them their desire to be the world. With this one, I sat laughing, eating, drinking wine. The same word, he said. She has the same word for me and the dog. She loves us. Every day I hear enough to fill a year of nights with wonder.
And a second reading, Blessing for the Longest Night by Jan Richardson. Throughout these months, as the shadows have lengthened, this blessing has been gathering itself, making ready, preparing for this night. It has practiced walking in the dark, traveling with its eyes closed, feeling its way by memory, by touch, by the pull of the moon, even as it wanes. So believe me when I tell you, this blessing will reach you, even if you have not light enough to read it. It will find you even though you cannot see it coming. You will know the moment of its arrival by your release of the breath you have held for so long, a loosening of the clenching of your hands, of the clutch around your heart, a thinning of the darkness that has drawn itself around you. This blessing does not mean to take the night away, but it knows its hidden roads, knows the resting spots along the path, knows what it means to travel in the company of a friend. So when this blessing comes, take its hand, get up, set out on the road you cannot see. This is the night when you can trust that any direction you go, you will be walking toward the dawn. There ends our readings for today.
I'll have a blue Christmas without you. I'll be so blue just thinking about you. Decorations of red on a green Christmas tree won't be the same, dear, if you're not here with me.
And when those blue snowflakes start falling, that's when those blue snow memories start calling. You'll be doing all right in your Christmas of white,
But I'll
have a blue,
blue, blue, blue
Christmas. You'll be doing all right with your Christmas of white, but I'll
have a blue,
blue, blue, blue Christmas.
It is a musical cornucopia today, is it not? Isn't it always, I suppose? Thank you. This season, after Thanksgiving and leading up to the new year, always has a good dose of wistfulness for me. Anybody have that same little bit of wistfulness around it? This was my mother's favorite season. And for most of her adult life, she would bake a vast array of cookies, some of which I still bake to this day, and others that my cousin has adopted into her annual baking. Yearly, as children, Michael, my brother, and I made ornaments. This was one of her things that she did. We made ornaments every year. Sometimes they were just store-bought paint-by-number wood that we did a sloppy job of filling in, but they're still adorable. I have to say one of those is still in our collection of Christmas things, even though it was chewed by the dog at one point. The most memorable of those ornaments that we made was the year that we took those plastic, I think of them as wine glasses, the clear plastic that are about that big. This was during the time when everybody was drinking wine out of plastic glasses. Anyhow, Mom had seen somewhere that there was this great project that we could do. So we took paper clips that had been unwound, and we heated them over a candle, I think it was, and we poked holes in them. And then we put them in the oven on a cookie sheet and baked them. I have no idea what this was supposed to be, but they came out in this kind of melted and weird ornament, and for years those mangled shapes hung in the front window of our house on blue and green tinsel. Just over a week ago, I called my brother to wish him a happy birthday, and he answered the phone, "Santa's Workshop, Snowball speaking." He knew it was me, so, like you do now these days. He has carried on that tradition of making ornaments every year, and so we receive a packet of whatever he's making every year as well. He was deep into creation when I rang. Peter and I, as we decorate our tree every year, put up beloved and historic ornaments. But there's one tradition that we never miss, and that is that I put the last ornament on the tree. I'm usually, when it's been Peter and our daughter, they have done all that work, and then they're like, "Mom, it's time." And so I come out and I place the last ornament, which is a handmade red felt ornament that I have known since we first got it was a partridge. My brother always called it a seahorse, and the annual fight would begin right then. Now, we still have the argument, because tradition, right? But it's different characters now. I suspect some of you have the same sorts of stories to tell, those times of great sweetness and laughter. And we know that not all of our memories and not all of our stories are sweet. There was that year that the tree kept falling over. And my brother and I, tiny kids, were sobbing in the way that only frightened tiny children can. And as he failed to secure it to the curtain rod one more time, my father swore at us and told us to get the hell out of the room. And a fight between my parents ensued, and the tree just seemed to keep falling. My chest tightens when I think of that night, of that moment. These winter holidays can be, and perhaps always are, a bit of a mixed bag. They can be a time of profound loneliness, sometimes most deeply felt in a room of seemingly cheery people. There is that tyrant of perfection that haunts some celebrations. And we notice those empty chairs and respond with grief at the loss, or maybe relief that it's possible this will be a peaceful gathering. Some of us eat too much. Some of us drink too much. And I know that every year there are secret sorrows around tender spots for us, but somehow, this holiday season amplifies that tenderness, those places that are hard for us. And it's important to just speak aloud that truth in the midst of all the gaiety. So today is a time for acknowledging those hard parts and making some room for what often goes unnoticed or unsaid, and what is hidden from view oftentimes. The grief that remembers who has gone from our circle, that loneliness that is particular to loud and busy rooms of people. the unwitnessed, unwanted tears. So I've scattered a few opportunities for reflection today throughout the sanctuary. You can see a couple of them up here. This right here is a cylinder of liquid, and there are some small stones up here. If you're so moved to do so, you can come up and take a small stone and drop it into the liquid. It'll drift a little more slowly than it does in water. As you think about perhaps someone you're missing this season. I dropped one for my mother yesterday as I set up. Just over here, there's a table that has some cards on it, index cards and some pens, in case you need to write a reminder to yourself as we come into this season. What is it that you need to remember? Could be just one word or a few sentences. It's yours to create. It might just be breathe, whatever you need. So towards the back over on that side, there is a whole row of white paper. And on the other side of those pieces of paper, there are stars with words in them. And I invite you to just pick one at random and see what it might mean for you this year. And then there's also up in the front here a little basket of just some rolled stones if you need something maybe to hold on to keep your heart present, to keep yourself present in whatever way. We're going to listen to the music of Melanie DeMore, her song, I'm Sending You Light, because who doesn't need a little light here in these last few days before the solstice? And you're welcome to get up and move around. You're welcome to just let that beautiful music wash over you. For you at home, there you are. For you at home, I would invite you to take a few moments to reflect and maybe share in the chat what is coming up from you, what maybe is a word that you would hold on to, how you are coming into this holiday season with each other. And before I invite the music, I'll say, be mindful of other folks around you. If there's someone who may need a little assistance getting something, or just keep an eye out. Not everybody's going to be up and walking around. And let me add, since I meant to earlier, that we also have, of course, all of our candles. And I invite you to light a candle in joy or in distress or in whatever is going on within you. So, Christina, please, let's have the music and, let's have the music and do this.
I am sending you light to heal you, to hold you. I am sending you light to hold you in love. I am sending you light to heal you, to hold you. I am sending you light to hold you in love. No matter where you go, no matter where you've been, you'll never walk alone. I feel you deep within. So I am sending you light to heal you, to hold you. I am sending you light to hold you in love. I am sending you light to heal you, hold you. I am sending you light to hold you in love. No matter what you feel or what you choose to show, I'm always there for you. And so I want you to know that I am sending you light to heal you, to hold you. I am sending you light to hold you in love. I am sending you light to heal you, to hold you. I am sending you light to hold you in love. I walk the path with you. Go slow, dear one, don't hurry. I'll go just like you need to go. There is no need to worry, 'cause I am sending you light to heal you, to hold you. I am sending you light to hold you in love. I am sending you light to heal you, to hold you. I am sending you light to hold you in love. I am sending you light to heal you, to hold you. I am sending you light to hold you in love. I am sending you light to heal you, to hold you. I am sending you light to hold you in love. I am sending you light to heal you, to hold you. I am sending you light to hold you in love. No matter where you go, no matter where you've been. You'll never walk alone. I feel you deep within. So I am sending you light to heal you, to hold you. I am sending you light to hold you in love. I am sending you light to heal you, hold you. I am sending you light to hold you in love. No matter what you feel or what you choose to show, I'm always there for you. And so I want you to know that I am sending you light to heal you, to hold you. I am sending you light to hold you in love. I am sending you light to heal you, to hold you. I am sending you light to hold you in love. I walk the path with you.
And tension of sadness and wonder will unfold as it does. I hope that there are times where you find happy surprises that you didn't expect, and that there are moments of peace and contentment, however they might arrive, whatever moment might open for you. And we can be sure that however it goes, the earth will turn, the new year will arrive, and the days will pass, eventually till we find the light returning and summer coming on. So may it be. Amen. Let's sing together again. Our closing song is When Our Heart is in a Holy Place.
When our heart is in a holy place, when our heart is in a holy place, we are blessed with love and amazing grace. When our heart is in a holy place, when we trust the wisdom in each of us, every color, every creed and kind, and we see our faces in each other's eyes, then our heart is in a holy place. When our heart is in a holy place, when our heart is in a holy place, we are blessed with love and amazing grace. When our heart is in a holy place, when we tell our stories from deep inside, and we listen with a loving mind, and we hear our voices in each other's words, then our heart is in a holy place. When our heart is in a holy place, when our heart is in a holy place, we are blessed with love and amazing grace. When our heart is in a holy place, when we share the silence of sacred space, and the blood of our heart stirs within, washed with love and amazing grace. When our heart is in a holy place. When our heart is in a holy place.
Whew. Did you hear that chord? Nicely done. Our closing words are from Charles Howe. May we go forth from this place thankful for the life that sustains us and renews us, and open to the grace that surrounds us and surprises us. May we go forth from this place with openness, with faith, and with love. So may it be. Amen. It's here someplace. I'll blow again. Oh, you know what? It's over there. You can just blow it out. She can blow it out. She has this capacity. We are problem solvers. Let's join in our closing words. Oh, she can, whatever you want to do, darling. Do what you want. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, the fire of commitment, or the power of transformation. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. Okay. Hi, Ben. I'm sorry? Okay.